Prabhuji joined ISKCON Ujjain, and Prabhuji served ISKCON Ujjain in various aspects. Prabhuji also served with Guru Maharaj in United States of America and D-Land. And Prabhuji travels to various countries for preaching. And now currently Prabhuji is serving in ISKCON Bhopal as temple president. A very beautiful new temple is coming up. And Prabhuji has been preaching in various educational institutes like IITs and NITs across India and various other countries as well, in different universities. So we have got Prabhuji with us today, and Prabhuji will be sharing his experiences with and realization and glorification of His Holiness Bhakti Swami Guru Maharaj. So I request Prabhuji to kindly enlighten us with his experiences with Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible, Krishna Kirtan?
Yes,
Clearly?
Prabhuji, audible.
Okay. In case if you can't hear me clearly, let me know. I will switch off the video. Network is little poor sometimes. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakam Chakshurunmilitam Yeno Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Namo Om Vishwapadaya Krishna Prishthaye Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Pashyanta Deshatarine Vancha Kalvatru Vashya Kripa Sindhurva Evacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vashmebhyo Namo Namo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Nirvishesha
Hare
Shunnavadi
Ram Hare
Pashyanta
Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. One second. Hare Krishna, very happy to be here. Thank you, Krishna Kirtan, for inviting me. And I heard that every Saturday and Sunday we are having the glorification of Srila Prabhupada disciples. Is it? And other days from Monday till Friday, as well as Bhakti Prema Maharaj take class. Very happy to see all of you. Hare Krishna. So it's important to glorify Srila Prabhupada, the disciples. Prabhupada says that, all his disciples were sent, especially sent by his Guru Maharaj Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to help him to spread Krishna consciousness movement all over the world. So they are not ordinary, ordinary soul. They are to Prabhupada help Prabhupada mission. And especially our beloved Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, was very special, especially blessed by Srila Prabhupada. And as you know, he came within a very short time, he got in the special blessings and all the initiations from Srila Prabhupada. And many, many Prabhupada disciples who were serving Srila Prabhupada for a few decades, and even they didn't get that, blessings like Prabhupada bestowed to Bhakti Charu Guru Maharaj and few more like Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj and few others maybe. So when they confront Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada says, whatever you are practicing now, they have completed in their previous births. The Prabhupada said same for Gaur Govinda Maharaj also. So they especially came to help in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. That's why um, we say Prabhupada Gata Prana, that His life and soul is Srila Prabhupada. So Guru Maharaj, he always, he used to think how to serve Srila Prabhupada better way. Guru Maharaj had unlimited qualities. Everyone, personally feels Guru Maharaj's absence. But, for our whole movement, as an institution, the foremost quality of Guru Maharaj is how to, unite all the members of our society under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada. So many things, which came later on in ISKCON, Guru Maharaj started long before. For example, this disciples course, we are teaching from 2015. But many things, even I started teaching, in North Indian many state, for the first time. But many things, while we are teaching disciples course, I personally observed Guru Maharaj used to follow many things. For example, in disciples course, in one section, it's mentioned that disciples should uh, keep the picture of Guru, spiritual master, on the arati tray, not in the altar. So that is, came later on in 2015, 14 onwards, But I remember before that, prior to that, once, once, we, Guru Maharaj, we went to a temple, uh, in Jagannath temple, and Pujari was Guru Maharaj's disciple, and that was, after afternoon, 4 o'clock arati time. So Guru Maharaj told me, let's go for a drive. So we went there just for a sudden visit. Guru Maharaj wanted to have a walk, and then Guru Maharaj saw arati was finished. Guru Maharaj saw his picture was still on the altar, and Guru Maharaj told me, who is the Pujari? Find out. I said, Guru Maharaj, this is the Pujari. I called him. Guru Maharaj told him why my picture is still there. Arati was finished 10 minutes before. So when disciples quotes came, all these, lessons were teaching everyone. I was shocked, Guru Maharaj was following everything from the before. And even like for second initiations, Guru Maharaj and Bhurijan Prabhu, they were teaching in VIH, Vrindavan Institute of Higher Education, in early days. So that time, it was not official, but Guru Maharaj made it mandatory for second initiation that uh, the candidate should be graduate in Bhakti Shastri in those days. And now later on we find in ISKCON now almost everywhere all the gurus made it mandatory. So those days it was actually very difficult to get initiation from Guru Maharaj. Even when I started traveling in the like 14, 15, that time also Guru Maharaj was very strict. But later on, in the last couple of years, Guru Maharaj became little compassionate and lenient. And most of his disciple actually came afterwards. But even that time, I remember one person, one devotee, he was connected to ISKCON more than 10 years. He came to Guru Maharaj. It was in Calcutta. So he was like almost crying, and he was asking Maharaj, I want to take initiation from you. He is from somewhere Manipur. And then Guru Maharaj says, see, I don't go to that area very much, So I can't actually give you time. So therefore, it will be better for if you can take someone, who visits all those places regularly, so that you can get proper guidance. And so I was shocked at that time. Guru Maharaj was so strict. Uh, mm. Even prior to that, I heard from one of our senior devotee. He 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 went for initiation, second initiation. Everything was ready. He was like new dhoti kurta, and he shaved his head, and he went to Guru Maharaj's room for initiation. Guru Maharaj asked one verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, and he could utter only the first half of the verse, and second half he could not complete. And Guru Maharaj says, this year I will not give you initiation, you have to come next year. So he was so strict those days, uh, especially for second initiation. I have so many memories, and many devotees, Guru Maharaj, just last moment Guru Maharaj says, I will not give, because they can't read properly mantras, they can't explain verses. And the Guru Maharaj used to say, have you ever heard that Murkha Brahman? No, Brahman means Brahman have to be Pandit. So if you can't read, you just worship, you just practice Krishna consciousness. And Maharaj used to tell that you have got Harinam Diksha, Mahamantra. And you take Brahman Diksha, second initiation, that is a Gayatri Mantra. So you already got a superior mantra. Superior mantra, that is Maha Mantra. And Gayatri is mantra. So you got Maha Mantra. Why do you need mantra? Because you got superior mantra. So you don't need mantra. Because Maha Mantra is far, far superior than mantra. So, but that's required for deity worship and other things. So Guru Maharaj is very strict, And Guru Maharaj very, many times, many occasions, I saw Guru Maharaj very concerned about his disciples, for example, for example, he visited one place after say 2 years, 3 years, and by seeing so many devotees aspiring from him, or disciples, after coming from program, Guru Maharaj used to tell us, so many disciples, then how can I, guide all of them, I remember once, we went to Bangladesh, Guru Maharaj's Diksha program. So that was the highest ever number Guru Maharaj initiated, 400 devotees. And then the 400 devotees also, Guru Maharaj was very tired. After name selection, we used to select the name and everything. So he split it in 3 days, he gave. After completing, when you came to the airport, Guru Maharaj says, 400 devotees, so difficult for me. And I heard Jayapataka Maharaj, he gives initiation to 5,000 devotees, 1,000 devotees. How is possible? Because I can never, give initiation to this much of devotees, that needs so much power. Uh, so, but he was very, about his each and every, one, I remember one devotee in Ujjain, it was in Ujjain, one devotee, he, he actually, Guru Maharaj, used to call many devotees by their name. So that devotee, one day he, raised hand in the class. He says, Guru Maharaj, you called so many devotees by their name, and I am serving for many years, and you never called my name. And he was so sad, But Guru Maharaj said one thing. He said, see, I'm always concerned about your spiritual life. I may not be personally interacting with you, I mean, there are many disciples, they didn't get personal interaction with Guru Maharaj so much. So then Guru Maharaj says, see, you are, for example, you are serving in a department, in temple department. So your in charge, immediate in charge may not recognize you. Your departmental head may not recognize you. Your temple commander may not recognize you. Or even your president may not recognize you. Even your guru may not recognize you. But if you sincerely serve, Krishna will definitely recognize you. So he says, we are limited. Our capacity is limited, but Krishna can satisfy everyone. So if you serve sincerely, Krishna will definitely recognize you. So that's why he was very concerned. I remember once, Guru Maharaj told me that he called me at midnight. He said, Rasananda, I want to keep I want to keep all my disciples' picture on my this desktop, on the the desktop screen. I said, why, Guru Maharaj? He says, because I don't know many disciples by name. And you can mention caption, name, and where are they from, when they took initiation. So that I can see everyone, whenever I meet them, I can recognize them. So he was so concerned, Guru Maharaj. And especially when, once Guru Maharaj heard that, some initiated disciples are not, practicing the initiation vows sincerely. So Guru Maharaj, he was, was very worried about that. So, we were in an airport and Guru Maharaj told me that, I got one idea. He says, For initiation, from now onwards, what I will do is mm, uh, we'll give one paper to all the disciples. On the day of initiation, they have to sign the oath paper. They have to sign on that paper, and paper it will be written, my name is this. After initiation, keep that point blank. They will write initiated name and Karami name. And from today onwards, I am taking vow this for ability principle 16 hours and never ever leave ISKCON. And they have to frame it and put it on their bedroom wall, so that every day they can see the what vow they have taken on the day of initiation. So Guru was very strict at that time. And he was so like very caring, Guru Maharaj's nature. Uh, this is like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so caring about each and every devotees associated with him in Mayapur and Jagannath Puri, especially Mayapur and Jagannath Puri. You know. In Jagannath Puri especially because they are Mahaprabhu estate for 18 years. And if you read Mahaprabhu's first times Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu was so caring dealing with each and every one. You know. So our Guru Maharaj also had similar qualities. He was very caring. Most of the time he was soft, but he used to be very hard and very harsh to the those who are very close to him. But generally, Guru Maharaj told me many times, generally I don't want to chastise anyone. I don't want to show my anger to anyone. He says in one of our management meeting once, he says the Vaishnavas has two qualities. One is kusumopi komalam vajradapi kathuram. Vajradapi kathuram means harder than the thunderbolt, and kusumopi komalam means softer than the rose. So, but Guru Maharaj says, although according to scripture, these are the two qualities of Vaishnava. But display the quality of kusumopi komalam, that's softer than the roses. Like that's what Mahaprabhu displayed. Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Hare Krishna, Dhanat Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
There is a lagging, Prabhuji. Audible but lag.
Okay, I will just keep my video off for some time. In case it's better, then I will turn it on. Okay. Is better now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So Guru Maharaj says that and that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time. Now, if we read thoroughly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time, very few first times we will find when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was displaying this quality, harder than the thunderbolt, but most of the time softer like roses. So Guru Maharaj says, for the managers, it's important. In Kali Yuga, you can't be hard. No, you can't be strict all the time. So Guru Maharaj was, maintaining this quality, and he was very caring, caring with devotees, He could understand the feelings of devotees, For example, I just remembered one wonderful, moments, we are in Surat, and that trip maybe in Vadodara also. So we're traveling with Guru Maharaj by train, and it was actually a very hectic day. From we arrived Surat in the morning, and from morning program started till almost midnight, because the train to Ujjain was 1 o'clock at night. So from morning, one after another program, Guru Maharaj hardly got some rest, and I was just, joined Guru Maharaj as secretary and personal servant, and it was so hectic from morning till late night. And when we arrived at the station, many devotees came to drop Guru Maharaj, and I was completely devastated because so tired. So we went to first class cabin, and I think one more devotee was there, some from abroad. So I made bed for Guru Maharaj, bed and everything. Guru Maharaj, he he took rest. So I was almost finished. So tired. So next morning when we got up, Guru Maharaj says, did TC came? Did TC came at night to check our ticket? I said, Guru Maharaj, I don't know because I was in deep sleep. I don't know what happened. He says, he asked other devotee also, another devotee. Did TC came? Then he says, Guru Maharaj, no, we both were tired. So then Guru Maharaj says, TC came. This morning, he says, after we slept, after 1 hour, he came. He was knocking the door and you were like snoring like anything. But I understood, you were so tired. That's why, I did not wake you up. So I took mm, your bag. I took ticket from your bag. I showed it to TC. I was so ashamed. And Guru was told this to me. So he was so caring, Guru Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj could understand the feeling of devotees, for many, like Prabhupada disciple, many incident, I can't tell in short period, But at the same time, like, still, after Guru Maharaj departure, wherever we goes, I travel almost 50% of the year. And everywhere, and I see Guru Maharaj disciples and everyone, wherever they are, east, west, north, south, within India, abroad, all over the world, everyone is appreciating Guru Maharaj disciples. And that's how Guru Maharaj trained his disciples. He says, Falena Parichayat, So everyone, all the proper disciples, and everyone loves Bhakti Charu Maharaj's disciples, So that's how he trained, he trained how to sacrifice everything, for the service of Srila Prabhupada. That is our Guru Maharaj, Like one devotee, one devotee was, serving on, very senior devotee, he was serving in one temple. And Guru Maharaj, went for Sunday program on that temple. And then Guru Maharaj says, on Sunday program only, he, suddenly he announced that, we are bringing one new project close to that city. And so I am thinking to send this devotee to that temple. And all the devotees are shocked because he was senior most devotee on that temple. And it was suddenly, So, but that was Guru's nature, Guru suddenly used to make decisions, especially those are close to him, Like for my services, many a times, while massaging Guru Maharaj, he would suddenly say, okay, tomorrow I'm thinking to give you this service. Sometime in the flight also, I was doing one service in the flight, in the mid flight, Guru Maharaj said, okay, tomorrow you have to go to this city. Tomorrow your service is finished, you have to join new service. So it was difficult, but later on, and after Guru Maharaj's disciples, after hearing from many devotees, I realized, Guru Maharaj, it was so helpful that Guru Maharaj wanted us not to develop attachment for anything. So anyhow, that particular devotee was senior most, and he was very expert preacher. So all the devotees in the program, they told Guru Maharaj, no, 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 please keep this devotee in this temple. Without him, who will preach here, who will guide us, everything. But Guru Maharaj says, no, you have to go to this project. So then, after this, we are going to airport. And I was sitting with Guru Maharaj in the back side, the car, and in the front driver, and another devotee came. So he came to convince Guru Maharaj so that, Guru Maharaj don't send that devotee. So because Sunday program, many devotees requested, but Guru Maharaj didn't listen. So this time he thought, he will personally request in the car while going to airport. So while going to airport, he told Guru Maharaj, all the devotees are very upset because, they're connected to this devotee, and he is preaching everyone, and he is guiding so many devotees. Even he told, I remember, he said, see, last month so many devotees took initiation from you, from this city, is because of him only. So he was trying to convince Guru Maharaj so that Guru Maharaj don't send him. But this time Guru Maharaj became so heavy in the car. I was almost sitting next to Guru Maharaj. I was, kind of trembling. Guru Maharaj says, remember one thing. In ISKCON, no one comes because of us. Always remember, ISKCON, every single devotee comes because of Srila Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Don't ever think, anyone comes because of you. So I was like trembling, practically. So learned very powerful instructions from Guru Maharaj. We should always remember that we are just, older carrier of Srila Prabhupada and his spiritual master. And that was the mood of Srila Prabhupada. See, after doing so many things, so many successful temple, establishing so many, projects all over the world, 108 temples, Prabhupada used to tell only one thing: whatever success in this movement you see is because of my Guru Maharaj Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. And it's not that easy, even after practicing Krishna consciousness many years, we can't tell this from our heart. Now we feel that, everything is happening because of us, and Guru Maharaj, like, and
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, there is some lagging in voice.
Prabhuji, can we turn off the video?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu,
Prabhuji,
now
you're
it's okay.
Okay. Okay, okay. Is better now? Okay. Hare Krishna. So, yes, what I was saying, that, Guru Maharaj used to tell that you all are worshipping me because, Prabhupada and ISKCON picture is there behind me, And then he would give example. There's so many stalwart, disciples and followers of Srila Prabhupada. They are in fact gurus of ISKCONs, as soon as they left movement, no one was, caring, no one was, asking about them. So Guru Maharaj used to tell that, all the, potency, power, all the achievements we are getting in ISKCON because we are connected to Srila Prabhupada and in ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada name is there. So that is that was the mode of our Guru Maharaj, So um, we should imbibe that quality, that, everything is happening in ISKCON because of, Guru and Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. That's why, to find a similar personality like Guru Maharaj is very, very rare, Like, he was very dear to even all the Prabhupada disciples also. I met His Holiness Sachinanda Maharaj sometime back in one program, because Maharaj used to uh, come to Deland in a program. So we met a couple of times with Guru Maharaj. So Maharaj, I went to meet Maharaj to give him some prasadam from Vrindavan. So Maharaj recognized me because he came to Deland, and then many times we served, him and Guru Maharaj together. So he told me just, some, few, but after Guru Maharaj's disappearance, I met him. So Maharaj told that, after His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj's uh, disappearance, he one night he had a dream, and he had a dream that, that Bhakti Charu Maharaj came, he was knocking to his door, and he opened the door, and he saw Maharaj, he hugged Maharaj. So that was, Sachinandan Maharaj was telling me that, he still can't believe that, Bhakti Charu Maharaj is not there. So he says such a, then Maharaj, Sachinandan Maharaj explained such a, like, extraordinary personality and having all the qualities. And Prabhupada says, in ISKCON, if you want to become a perfect preacher, you should have two qualities. Prabhupada used to tell qualities of like British father and Bengali mother. So Prabhupada told, and you can find in Prabhupada lecture. So all the mothers are compassionate, but Prabhupada used to tell Bengali mothers are very much compassionate, and British father, they are very strict. So Guru Maharaj, he knew, he how to, deal with Western devotees, because he studied there, and also he imbibed all those qualities. And how to deal with the traditional Vaishnava devotees, this Gaudiya Vaishnava culture, Gaudiya Vaishnava culture, and like every year during a GBC meeting, and during GBC meeting, Guru Maharaj in Guru Maharaj's quarter, Conch building, Mayapur, would prepare nice feast. Although in Lotus building, there is another prasadam area, a delicious prasadam, so many items, and GBC, from the GBC officials, they used to prepare for all the GBCs. But 90% GBC member would prefer to come to Guru Maharaj's quarter for prasadam. And I remember so many, traditional items, because Guru Maharaj taught, Guru Maharaj cooks and all of us, how to serve, how to treat them, how to serve which item when, and many devotees, I remember, it just immediately, after the break, they would rush towards Guru Maharaj's quarter, Bhakti Prema Maharaj, Shibra Maharaj, they would know all of us by name, all the Guru Maharaj servants, So that's how, our Guru Maharaj was, So he was kind of, like Prabhupada says, this example, this uh, blind and blind man and lame man. So the modern time, if you want to become a good preacher, you have to be combination both. So that is, one is Western culture, and then the Vedic culture. So both of them can become both of them successfully can work. And especially in Western, I remember, Guru Maharaj was so caring. Even he knew how to deal with all the Western devotees very perfectly. One, I remember one Mataji, American, she used to complain like every moment, because I was taking care of the Dayline project, and she was every single day. She was complaining to Guru Maharaj, this happened, this devotee. And Guru Maharaj was like, every single day one will mail. And so Guru Maharaj would call me at night every day, what is happening, why devotees are disturbing her. I told Guru Maharaj, actually, devotees are not disturbing her, she is disturbing devotees. But Guru Maharaj says, see, Western devotees nowadays, they don't become devotee. So treat her like all of your sisters, because it's very rare. Prabhupada, becomes so happy by seeing Western devotees. And Guru Maharaj told me, I remember very first, week when we went to USA to start the project, Guru Maharaj told when Prabhupada went to Australia, and then some devotees, they brought one high class Indian guy to meet Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada met him, Prabhupada talked to him. After he left, Prabhupada says, I came all the way to Australia to meet Indian person. Where is Western Western devotee? So exactly same thing Guru Maharaj told us. He had so many visions for our US project. Almost like every night when I used to give message, Guru Maharaj would tell me the story of a New Vrindavan. See, New Vrindavan, no one was there. All the devotees, with Kirtananda Maharaj, they established such a big project. It's more than 1,000 acres. So why can't we do it? So he was so caring, Guru Maharaj, and especially uh, every small minute things, Guru Maharaj so caring. So generally we ignore, even in our society also many times. I travel many temples, and when I see all these things, and I immediately remember Guru Maharaj. How wonderfully Guru Maharaj, you know, uh, trained us, and all this minute, small thing. Now, by seeing, Guru Maharaj's disciples, so one can easily recognize, they are Bhakti Maharaj's disciples. And I remember we hosted a GVC meeting in Ujjain for the first time, midterm GVC meeting in 2017. So I was coordinating that meeting. So almost, every day prior to the meeting, 1 month prior to the meeting, Guru Maharaj was talking to me almost 1 hour every day, every single thing. Show me the video, show me the picture of the room, the bed, the chairs, every minute things. I was shocked. Guru Maharaj was carrying each and every item. Then inside the bathroom, this corner, why this color is like this, everything. And then 1 week before also, Guru Maharaj called me to Mumbai. He came from Dubai, and he says, all these things are not good. So we have to give them best ever experience. So then we went to so many shops, this bed sheet, this spoon, this cutlery, all these small, so many shops, Guru Maharaj went, And then then, after the meeting, and all the GBC members, they are so happy. This is they had best experience in their life. So wonderful, Bhakti Charu Maharaj arranged everything. So how to care devotees. Actually, if we read, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and our acharyas biography, you will find, all the qualities Guru Maharaj was, having. They already displayed. Like, last week we were discussing one. First time I was in Hyderabad. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so caring that when around 200 devotees, they came from Bengal, headed by Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya Thakur. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Lord, superior to them. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent his personal servant, Govinda and Kashmir, with garland to receive all the devotees. And then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said, this is the wonderful nature of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then the king was watching from the rooftop, and he saw the group of devotees. They were taking prasadam from Jagannath Puri temple to Mahaprabhu's quarter. So that all these devotees coming from Bengal to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ratha Yatra, after arrival, immediately they can get prasadam. And I saw many wonderful qualities of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's are in our Guru Maharaj. So, many years, Guru Maharaj, while taking prasadam, Guru Maharaj made a rule that read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Many devotees, Guru Maharaj, many servants, secretaries. I also read for more than 2 years. While taking prasadam, Guru Maharaj used to listen Chaitanya Charitamrita. So so many, like how to take care of the guest and devotees. One of the important quality Guru Maharaj had. Once, mm, actually, that was initial days of our D-Land project. So once, we are preparing some rooms, and Guru Maharaj says, tomorrow some important guest will come, proper disciple, and actually day after tomorrow. So Guru Maharaj told me to prepare that room very nicely. But unfortunately, that our one laborer was there, he was not available on that day. So I thought, next morning we'll prepare that room. And then, Guru Maharaj, while leaving, our, that farm. So Guru Maharaj, he said, let's see the room preparation. I was, worried because room is not prepared yet. And when Guru Maharaj went to the room, he was so upset because that was also Nirjala Ekadashi day. He was so upset, and he was like chastising like anything, you are worthless, useless, just go out from here. So Guru was so angry, and he immediately left. All the devotees, because no one took prasadam that day, Nirjala Ekadashi, and above that, Guru was so angry. So, and Guru was saying me especially, because it's your responsibility, you are the in charge, you are the temple president. And like anything, almost more than 15 minutes, Guru was chastised. And then, night, like almost 11 o'clock, Guru Maharaj called. Guru Maharaj says, see, today Nirjala Ekadashi, and after chastising you, I can't sleep now. So why you do all this nonsense? Because now after chastising, I can't sleep peacefully. So because I chastise is important, and if you don't take care proper disciples, I will take care other ordinary devotees. So, our Guru Maharaj was so caring. Every minute things, Guru Maharaj was so caring. Like this ocean of mercy. I remember, that was very wonderful days. Ocean of mercy. I was fortunate to transcribe, many chapters of Ocean of Mercy. Guru Maharaj used to record, at night, and next morning Guru Maharaj used to give me, especially during GBC meetings. So I transcribed many chapters of Ocean of Mercy, and mm, we were Guru Maharaj in Los Angeles at that time, because the first Ocean of Mercy was launched from a North American BBT, that is Los Angeles. So Guru Maharaj took me there, and with some BBT, devotees we worked. And before that, after the chapters, all the descriptions were all composed. Then these pictures, So I remember, that time Guru Maharaj took leave for 15 days. Guru Maharaj says, don't tell anyone where I am. That 15 days, we are in a hotel in Calcutta. Because then Guru Maharaj, told me that I have one friend, my childhood friend. He was very good artist. So you go, this is the address, you go meet him, and then you tell, his childhood friend called him. So after many years, when he heard about Guru Maharaj, he was surprised, my friend, I know he became sannyasi, So then I brought him to Guru Maharaj's hotel, and no one knew, only one single family that time, because he used to bring prasadam. Guru Maharaj said, don't tell anyone because I can't focus otherwise. So I brought that person, Guru Maharaj's friend. So and then he assigned one artist. His name was Tapas Mitra. You can say Oshanam Mercy, all the paintings, and I still have the original soft copy from him. So Tapas Mitra used to come every day to our hotel, and every day, 2-3 hours was 2 hours. So what I'm telling basically that all the pictures you can see in Ocean Mercy, and Guru Maharaj told me to take pictures from internet and print it out, show it to Tapas Mitra, and then after painting. So many minute things, Prabhupada nose should be like this, Prabhupada's hand should be like this, finger should be like this, tilak should be, and this Tapas Mitra, this artist, famous artist, he was also shocked. How can one person become so perfect? And like Guru Maharaj changed so many pictures, so many times, one picture, like so many versions, editions, And he was very highly qualified artist. We paid him, huge amount of money. But he was also appreciating such a wonderful quality Maharaj had, And then all the pictures came out very perfectly. So, and especially, I remember the cover picture, So, because all the pictures inside is actually related to the description, whatever description, like Prabhupada in the train, Kumbhamela, and all the Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So accordingly, similar picture I took from internet, and then gave the vision, and that artist, made it. But I need from cover picture. Guru Maharaj wanted very unique, very special. And then we went to one exhibition once, and then the idea came for that in the cover picture. We went for one exhibition. I have actually the pictures, of those. So exhibition, and then suddenly Guru Maharaj saw one. It's actually one person. He is taking one little kid uh, towards the peak of hill. So Guru Maharaj says, Guru Maharaj got some idea. Guru Maharaj told me to take the picture. And then he says, it should be Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is taking us towards the spiritual world. So from there, he got the idea, and that's how it came. And then it took a lot of time, especially the cover picture, a lot of time, at least 5 days to finalize everything, because there was no original picture of that. It came from the Guru Maharaj's mind that Prabhupada is taking him towards sunlight, from the darkness to sunlight towards the spiritual one. So, so caring, what I was mentioning, Guru Maharaj, So he wanted, all his disciples should become very perfect, perfect follower of Srila Prabhupada, so that by seeing them, by, by, you know, uh, under seeing the disciples of Guru Maharaj, everyone can understand they are, perfect follower of Srila Prabhupada. And that's what Guru Maharaj wanted, One, like one devotee, he is Guru Maharaj's senior disciples, but he was he got cancer. He was in deathbed, and then Guru Maharaj went, to see him. I think son daughter-in-law came. So Guru Maharaj told him, see, now that you have to leave your body very soon, as doctor says. So what can be done? Prepare for the death. Guru Maharaj told the Parikshit Maharaj first time. And then Guru Maharaj says, he took Krishna book. Guru Maharaj said, try to remember any first time of Krishna. And last few days you have try to remember this wonderful first time. He was very senior devotee. So, but he could not remember any first time of Krishna. So Guru Maharaj was telling, okay, till me this Putana first time, till this, till that, remember. So Guru Maharaj read one chapter of Krishna book, and while coming in the car, Guru Maharaj told, see, after serving so many years, if one can't remember Krishna's first time at the time of death, and then that is very unfortunate. So that's why Guru Maharaj says, all the devotees, as Prabhupada suggested, they should read Krishna book, or Krishna's first time, especially before sleeping, So Guru Maharaj was lamenting almost, for that, So that's how our Guru Maharaj was. So many wonderful memories, but now I think we are out of time. I have to finish here. It's already 6:16. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for your amazing time, and we have relished all the pastimes which you shared. It was so great to have you here. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Srimad Bhakti Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Samavita Bhakta Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम।